I'm standing on the shores of Algoa Bay, where nearly 100 years ago the first Chevrolets arrived in South Africa. Having been shipped from America in crates, they had to be offloaded onto smaller boats and then ferried to the beach. From there they were taken to a converted wool store in PE, where the General Motors workers' first job was to wash off all the salt sea spray before assembling the parts into those hardy Chevys of the pioneering days of motoring. How things have changed. South Africans have long proved that our manufacturing quality ranks with the very best in the world, and we are a major producer of vehicles for global right-hand drive markets. And a large slice of that industry is here in the Eastern Cape, where General Motors South Africa can justly claim to be the first. This production facility in Struendale recently had a R1 billion upgrade and is gearing up to increase production out of PE substantially, with huge benefits for job creation and the economy of the Eastern Cape. The Chevrolet Spark, recent winner of the 2011 Synovate Passenger Vehicle Product Quality Award, which means it had fewer faults per 100 vehicles than any other new passenger car, is due to begin rolling off these production lines in 2012, joining the highly successful Isuzu and Chevrolet utility lines. I've been invited here for a sneak preview of the successor to the market-leading Corsa utility, so beloved by South Africans of all shapes, sizes, ages, genders, from students to market gardeners, from surfers to decorators, even the odd accountant with a secret passion for motocross. The Corsa completely revolutionized small bakkies, looking, feeling and driving like a stylish sedan, while offering the biggest load box in its class. It became an instant and lasting success story, with no less than 170,000 of them being sold here during their 6 years of production, which of course begs the question, what is there to improve on? Well, according to GM South Africa, the replacement Corsa is part of an evolutionary progression that just keeps getting better and better. Success in this market depends as much as anything else on looking good. This market doesn't do dated, so it's time for a style makeover. But under the skin, so they tell me, the new Chevrolet utility just builds on the Corsa's brilliance, making it even more brilliant. And I'm going to put that to the test. Well, it looks new, and I mean completely new. The front end shouts out fashionable city sedan, and that face could only be a Chevrolet. But when you look a bit more closely at the purposeful nose, it has a much more muscular attitude than its Chevy siblings. It seems to be saying, don't mess with me, China, I'll put you down. But just look at these headlights. Gone are the functional rectangles and boring circles of yesteryear. These peepers take function to fashion accessory. Well, I may not be one of those lunatic presenters from Top Gear that don't pay enough, but I do know a thing or two about wheels. I know an SUV from an MPV, a Maserati from a Lamborghini, even if I can't gun them around the Nürburgring at insane, eye-watering speeds. And I did think that I could tell a car from a bakkie. But seated behind this steering wheel, there's absolutely no indication that I'm in anything but a comfortable and surprisingly spacious car. The trio of aircon controls and display is reminiscent of the Spark. It's got superb all-round visibility, loads of legroom even for a 6'6" stretch of misery, and a smooth, solid feel to the gear shift. There's an unusual but easy to read combination of analog and digital displays. Funky, stylish or quaint, it all depends on your point of view, but it's equally appealing in any case. In fact, it's only when I glance into the rear view mirror that I see that there's no second row of seats, but a big, spacious load box instead. This car's much easier to maneuver in a tight space than any other vehicle I know. Yeah, partly because of the great visibility, but also because of the power steering. You need just a very light touch. And the ride has none of that hardness you'd expect from a bakkie. Now keep your eyes where they should be on the road, and you're in a great little two-seater sedan. Fantastic, and I mean that. So General Motors South Africa will have 3 excellent product lines on stream come 2012, with the Chevrolet utility clearly positioned to continue and accelerate its success among South African drivers. This is great news for the economy of the Eastern Cape because it means more jobs and increased prosperity by means of a first-class industry which all South Africans can be proud of.